Alright, so we got the moon in Aries at the moment, so we all going to basically be reacting and responding towards our passions, our goals, our motivations, and we're going to be basically creating new sparks, creating new endeavors, creating new prefaces when it comes to basically going initiative. And of course, initiative is all about new actions, new ways to respond to things, new ways to do things, new ways to conquer things. So of course, with this moon in Aries right now, you need to go ahead and start prepping yourself towards a new endeavor, a new way of doing something, a new way of reacting to something, a new way of responding to something. And also, you need to place yourself into a situation of getting prepared towards that new moon in Taurus. And there's going to be a big eclipse that day too. So you want to basically make sure that you are utilizing your fire, your intentions, your passions to clean out and of course come up with something new. This way you'll be able to have newness towards the new moon in Taurus, which is actually going to be exalted there. Yeah, where you can go ahead and basically start taking initiative. But being that moon is in Aries right now, for me, it's kind of like in a situation where it's sleep, because it's actually in the moons, in the waters, is in the emotions, and when it want to be pushed out. So at this time, your actions, your stability is going to kind of be placed into a situation where you may encounter some mistakes, some form of misunderstandings, some form of different ways of seeing things, or having a different way of responding towards things. But it's going to look more predicated towards being stable, being organized, being practical in matters. So you're going to basically be seeing both sides of the spectrum right here. You're going to be placed into a situation of feeling comfortable with having some form of safety and security towards directness, and also when it comes to your actions, you're going to be placed into a situation of having a persistent way of doing something in a patient matter. Now, when you got someone that's in the process of wanting to be somewhere and they're on the road and shit, you ever been placed into a situation where somebody's just driving slow as fuck? But the moon in Aries is going to cut the person off and just keep going. Feel me? That's the energies that you're going to basically be encountering or reacting to. Now, we're going to basically break down the energies real fast. So we're going to have the Sun sextile on Mars right now. So basically, you're going to have opportunities to be planting the right seeds towards your dreams and imaginations. We also got Mercury sextile Jupiter right now. So this is placing yourself into a situation of having opportunities to as above as below. And of course, when you keep looking up within you, things start to create, things start to rotate. And when things start to do that, it starts to become a spiral, and things start to rain down into your existence. So you're gonna have opportunities to expand your mind. Feel me? So whatever's on your mind, you will be experiencing that shit. Mercury trine Pluto. So you're gonna have the gift to take full power control and conceal the right shit that's gonna be concealed within your mind. Now, if you're thinking about wrong shit, your mind is gonna be transformed. Your mind is gonna be depleted. Your mind is gonna be mentally. You're gonna have no mental energy towards your mind. Your mind's gonna be dry. Feel me? So you're gonna be looking dry towards others. Yeah, conversations will be dry. Everything about you will be dry. You're also going to have Venus conjunct Neptune right now, so you're going to be valuing big dreams, big illusions during this time. So go ahead and be valuing that shit. Go ahead and use these energies towards things that you should truly be valuing. You're also going to have Jupiter sextile Pluto right now, so you're going to be basically looking at the bigger picture when it comes to concealing your goals. You're also going to have Mercury sextile Venus right now, so there's going to be opportunities to overindulge towards your desires or your love language when it comes to things that you truly admire during this time. You may basically admire something or someone. You're going to be basically in a situation of thinking about that thing or thinking about valuing it during this time. Mercury square Saturn. This is learning how to ground. This is learning how to take new grounds towards gaining safety and security in your life. So with that being said, Mercury is basically in Taurus right now. So we're also going through unexpected changes with our thinking patterns during this time. We also got Saturn in Aquarius. So that's bringing a square, that's bringing conflict towards ways of participating into the world. So you need to go ahead and come up with a new way of learning how to participate in the world, even though it's on the cusp. So it's going to be placed into situations of learning how to be unique and original, having your own mind or creating your own way of thinking during this time, which is going to basically benefit you in the right spectrum. We also got Mercury sextile Neptune, so there's opportunities to basically dive deep. This is opportunities to ground illusions, to bring your illusions to the ground surfaces. We also got Venus conjunct Jupiter, so this is valuing the bigger picture when it comes to your experiences. We also got Venus sextile Pluto, so basically this is new opportunities to value a transformation in a good way or be transformed in a bad way, which means whatever you're valuing right now, you need to learn how to take full power and control of it. Don't allow it to take full power and control of you, and when it's time to allow it to be replenished out your life, make sure you let it go without no attachments. This way you won't suffer repercussions with that shit. We're also going to basically be placed into situations of having Jupiter conjunct Neptune. So dreaming big during this time. You'll be dreaming big. So make sure your dreams, make sure you write it down, keep a track of your dreams, because these dreams will take the shape of form during this time. We're also going to be basically placed into a situation of dealing with Mercury, Sextile, Pluto, so that you're going to have opportunities to come up with a new way of taking full power and control over your mind and the way you are perceiving the world around you. We also got Sun conjunct Uranus. So you're going to be placed into a situation of taking action towards being yourself during this time. You don't want to be placed into a situation of ending up like that person Perkio did in Miami. For me, he wasn't being like himself. He was trying to portray another character, for me. So you're going to get exposed in that situation. So Sun conjunct Uranus, you need to go ahead and come up with a new way of changing ways of being unique and original during this time and not portraying somebody else. We also got Sun square Pluto right now. So just learn how to take new ways towards your actions right now too. So that means you need to go ahead and learn how to transform your ways of paying attention to things, taking action on things, and coming up with a new way. So basically dwell on the right things, which is going to basically put you into situations of having comfort towards your energy or your vitality. Now we're going to have Moon conjunct Venus right now. So you'll be basically dreaming of blessings during this time, which means you're going to be basically be placed in situations of reacting to valuing systems when it comes to illusions, creativities, talents, and gifts. These things are all going to be eradicated because Venus is actually exalted in that spectrum when it comes to Moon and Pisces, and Venus and exalt in this perspective in this area too. So you're also going to be basically be reacting to the sensitivity of other individuals around you. Moon conjunct Jupiter. This is reaching on higher experiences. You're going to be reacting and responding to experiences, big or small. So make sure whatever you're reacting to is going to expand, which means whatever you are reacting to, whatever you're giving your attention to, is going to come back to you. We're also going to have Moon conjunct Neptune right now. So basically, you're going to be reacting to imaginations or looking at the bigger picture towards your dreams. And we're also going to have Moon conjunct Chiron right now. So we're going to be reacting towards trauma or situations that we are not taking advantage of as far as our mistakes, our fuck-ups, and things that matter, wherever you got Chiron and Aries. Now, if you got Aries in your first house, this is taking new action towards your personality and how you personally express yourself, or taking action towards new endeavors when it comes to your personality, your personal appearances, your personal goals, and your personal achievements. You need to go ahead and take full power and control over that. You need to come up with a new way of putting yourself out there in the world when it comes to your personal goals. And you, as an individual, it is up to you to do this. Not having somebody else, which is your seventh house. Not having somebody else, which is your second house. I mean, you need to go ahead and take care of yourself first. That's what you need to do. Second house, you're going to be placed into a situation of coming up with new ways to value your home, your family, privacies, or anything that's dealing with material gains or resources or things that matter. So you need to go ahead and place yourself into a situation of coming up with a new way to value something or build something, which is going to basically benefit you during this time. And you got to do it yourself. Yeah, do it yourself. Third house, you're going to be placed into a situation of coming up with new ways to think, communicate harshly or directly towards your surroundings, your friends, your environment, or your community. So you need to come up with a new way of being self-centered in the way you think, communicate, and analyze your environment or your surroundings. Or you just need to go ahead and program these things and take full power and control over these things during this time. Or when it comes to your community, when it comes to things that's in your environment and stuff like that. Fourth house, you need to come up with a new way to learn how to take direct action towards your home, your privacy, and of course your family. So you need to go ahead and be the aggressive. Or let your family members, or you may basically attract family members that may be the aggressor in your house during this time. You're going to be basically dealing with some conflict. So be aware of that. Fifth house, you're going to be placed into the situation of coming up with a new way or a new endeavor to express yourself, express your creativity, express your talent, express your gifts, and express your artistic natures during this time. You need to go ahead and come up with a new way of expressing yourself right now. So it's going to benefit you. Also, Leo is also this fifth house right here is actually exalted into this house. So you may go to the extremes when it comes to your expressions and shit like that. You may basically overdo it during this time. But yeah, as double fire. So I mean, you may overdo things. You may overdo yourself. You may outburn yourself during this time too. Sixth house, you're gonna be placed into a situation of coming up with a new endeavor or a new way of basically being direct. And of course, the aggressive when it comes to your work, your routine, your health, and of course, coming up with new ways of pushing out services where you can help other individuals too. So you're going to be placed into that situation. So if you at work, for instance, if you at work, for me, you just appear to be very aggressive, very, very direct and passionate. You're going to reap the benefits on this time. Don't be moving slow and taking your time and shit. You need to be very direct. You need to be very selfish during this time too, when it comes to your work ethics too. You need to tell a motherfucker about themselves. So it's taking direct action towards your reactions, towards your work, your health, your routines, your scheduling systems, your tasks, being organized. Let me go ahead and take charge towards that shit. Take care of your health. It's going to benefit you in the long run. 7th house, you're going to be placed into a situation of coming up with a new way or a new endeavor towards your relationships, your ways of relating with people, and your ways of compromising with people. It's going to come up with a new endeavor during this time. Or you could be attracting this. 8th house, you're going to come up with a new endeavor or a new deep desire or a new deeper way to basically deeply connect towards your resources, your material, things that you're connected with, your sex, your desires, your passions. And you're gonna come up with a whole lot of sex drives on the time. So it's good to go ahead and basically take the actions and make sure these things are predicated towards comfortability towards you in some form of magnitude. Now, if you got Aries in your 9th house, you're gonna be placed into a situation of having an aggressive, alternative motive when it comes to your expressions, or coming up with a new way of expressing yourself when it comes to your experiences, your passions, your beliefs, your morals, and your spirituality or your religion. You're going to be very aggressive. You're going to be very selfish, self-centered during this time, doing these energies. Be very aware of stepping on toes. You ain't going to allow nobody else to step on your toes. Or you could be attracting a whole lot of aggressives towards your experiences during this time. 10th house, you're going to be placed into a situation of coming up with a new endeavor or a new way of basically to broadcast your status, your career, your goals, your responsibilities, your fame, your long-term goals. You're going to be basically overexhausting yourself into this perspective. Aries is exalted here, loves being here. So you could be very aggressive, you need to be very aggressive and very self-centered towards your responsibilities, your duties, your obligations, your goals. You need to focus on that right now. For me, now what's gonna actually throw you off is gonna be your home, your family, your privacy, and shit like that. For me, that may basically take you away from what you need to basically be taking care of responsibilities. Depending on the energies the seeds you was rotating and planting it during this time. And if you got Aries in your 11th house, you're gonna be placed into a situation of coming up with a whole new way of expressing yourself when it comes to your associations, your groups, the people, places, and things that's in the world, the unknown, your networking. You're going to come up with a whole new appearance, a whole new mechanism of expressing yourself in these energies. What's going to kind of like throw you off is going to be your hobbies, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, and things that you are kind of like connected with, or your romance, or your love affair, or somebody of that nature can kind of like throw you off during this time, feel me? So be aware of that. And last but not least, if you have Aries in your 12th house, this is taking immediate direct action towards your subconscious endeavors, your shadow work, and doing things behind the scenes where nobody else should be seeing or should be knowing about these things, unless you have a deeper connection with this person. But most importantly, Moon is an Aries, so you need to go ahead and be aggressive towards clearing out your subconscious, clearing out your inner world, and getting yourself prepped and prepared towards having the Moon and Taurus in your 1st house. Actually, it will be in your get prepared for the Moon and to go into Taurus during this time for your energies. Feel me? And yeah, that's going to be in your 2nd house. Actually, nah, I'm bugging.